When you think of Italian innovation, what comes to mind? Probably things like high fashion or maybe super fast cars. But what if I told you that a completely different and maybe even more important revolution is happening in its hospitals and research labs? Today, we're going to dive into Italy's really surprising approach to healthcare, a blend of cutting-edge tech and a deeply human touch. Let's just start with this quote. "I didn't remember being this tall." Those are the words of a 33-year-old man named Andrea. Just think about that for a second. It's a simple sentence, but it captures a moment that, until very recently, it was basically impossible. It's the sound of a medical miracle, and it's exactly where our story begins. So here's the backstory. After a terrible accident at work, Andrea was paralyzed. For 4 years, he couldn't stand or walk, no matter how much rehab he did. But then, a team at Milan San Raffaele Hospital tried something incredible. They surgically implanted a tiny device, a neurostimulator, that sends electrical impulses directly to his spinal cord. The result? He walked. Not just a few steps, an entire kilometer. This is so much more than just one man's amazing story. It's a real window into a new era of what's medically possible. Okay, so moving on from that incredible personal story, let's get into our first big theme. We're talking about how Italian technology is now targeting diseases with unbelievable precision. This is all about fighting illness right at its source. Get this. Imagine a cancer treatment that takes just 6 seconds. 6. A hospital in Verona is actually the first in all of Europe to use a new software called Hypersight. It's brilliant. First, it pinpoints the tumor with amazing clarity. Second, it zaps it with radiation with pinpoint accuracy. And this is the really crucial part. It adapts the whole plan in real time to make sure it protects all the healthy tissue around it. For patients with certain solid tumors, this is an absolute game changer. Now let's switch gears to another massive challenge, the human brain. How can a doctor tell the difference between normal age-related forgetfulness and the devastating first signs of Alzheimer's? It's a really, really tough diagnosis to make. Well, an Italian AI-powered device called TRACE4D is designed to solve that exact problem. It analyzes these incredibly subtle neurological patterns to see what's really going on. And here is the number that just blows me away: 24 months. That's the predictive advantage this device can provide. It can signal the likely onset of Alzheimer's up to 2 full years before serious symptoms even appear. I mean, think about that. A 2-year head start. That gives doctors and patients a massive window to intervene with targeted care, right when it can make the most difference. But real innovation isn't just about faster machines or smarter AI. Let's move on and look at a different kind of progress, one that's all about healing the whole person and their human experience, not just the disease. This next quote is just extraordinary. It's from a patient who is undergoing cardiac surgery, but they weren't under general anesthesia. They were under clinical hypnosis. So instead of being completely unconscious, this person was guided through the world of the Lord of the Rings. It sounds like pure fantasy, but it's really happening right now in a hospital in Cuneo. Now, this isn't magic, there's real science behind it. Hypnosis is a unique state with measurable benefits. It can seriously reduce anxiety and the feeling of pain. It promotes deep muscle relaxation and can even distort your sense of time, so a long surgery feels like it went by in a flash. And the result for the patient? A much quicker and smoother recovery. This focus on the patient's experience is actually being turned into a formal system. It's called Percorso Perla. Basically, it's a new national certification that recognizes and rewards hospitals for providing exceptional, personalized care, the kind that considers a patient's emotional and social needs, not just their physical ones. The core idea is simple. You're treating a whole person, not just a diagnosis. And the results are already pretty impressive. Out of 50 facilities they looked at, 23 earned this Perla certification. But here's what's truly amazing. 20 of those, that's almost 87%, got the highest possible 3 Pearl rating. This isn't just a small trend. It shows a real deep commitment across the board to putting the patient's total well-being first. So we've seen these incredible individual breakthroughs and this new focus on patient care. So now let's zoom out and look at how Italy is trying to innovate the entire system, scaling these ideas up to transform healthcare on a national level. And this really gives you a snapshot of just how ambitious they're being. A new national telemedicine platform is on track to serve almost 800,000 patients by 2026, bringing care right into their homes. They're using drones that can carry up to 100 kilograms of medical supplies to remote areas. And get this, an incredible 15.5 million people have consented to organ donation. We're talking about systemic change on a massive scale. For our final section, we're going to shift from the high-tech future to well, some timeless wisdom. What can we possibly learn about health from a small Italian village where living past 100 isn't some crazy anomaly, but just a normal part of life? Welcome to a village called Acciaroli. Researchers went there to study its remarkable population of people who live past 100, and they found it's not one single secret. It's a powerful combination of things. Of course, there's the diet, which is full of fresh fish, olive oil, and local rosemary. The rugged landscape means they're constantly getting natural physical activity, but maybe most importantly, they have these deep social connections and a low-stress lifestyle. It's just proof that true health is about so much more than medicine. So as we wrap all this up, we're kind of left with this one big question. From neurostimulators that help the paralyzed walk, to AI that can predict Alzheimer's, all the way to the simple power of human connection and a sprig of rosemary, is the future of health high-tech, or is it high-touch? Is it found in a circuit board or in a community? Or, as Italy seems to be suggesting, is the real revolution found in that uniquely powerful blend of both?